That's a Vauxhall Agila picking up today. 1.2, 67,000 miles. Quite hard to tell the condition, so they're going to bring it around in a sec. And then have a quick look around. Have a quick look around it before I leave. It needs a little bit of paint down there. Already checked the levels as well. I'm just going to hold my film at the same time, and it's raining, but they're all good. Seems pretty clean-ish. Bad at all. Let's see if it gets me on. Right, now to give it a really good clean, get some scuffs out of the paint as well, touch up some little spots, just to make it look a little bit more presentable really. So you've got this wing round here, which I'll probably have to repaint, it's been touched in really badly, and then there's a front bumper. That front bumper there, which again has been, I think, painted or something's happened to it, so let's see how we get on. I've just given it a wash of a jet wash, no contact wash just yet. I'm going to spray some of this Turtle Wax red line stuff on the wheels, just to get some of this brake dust off, if you can see it. It was worse than that, to be fair, but a lot of it just come off with the jet wash. And then, yeah, just prepping it for paint really. So that's the next step. Just giving it a quick contact wash. It's drying already. You can see the Turtle Wax red line working its magic already. So I'm gonna use a stiff brush just to spread it about, get some more of that brake dust off. They should hopefully come up gleaming like new. Well, that's the Agila all washed and towel dried. As I expected, those wheels would come up a treat, to be fair. Obviously they do need refurbishing, but they can just stay as they are, because I think it's like £60 a wheel plus VAT. And they've all got little chips and whatnot in, so that one's not too bad, to be fair, but the other two are pretty bad. So it's a cheap little run around for someone. I'm sure that's not going to put them off whatsoever. I do need to give it a polish at some point, so I can see some blemishes in the paint, which I'm hoping will polish out. If not, I'll try and blend it in with some paint I bought. So yeah, now on to the painting. I might just touch that in, I don't know, I might spray it, we'll see what the touching looks like first. Otherwise we'll sand it all back and prep it and whatnot. Now the car's cleaned, time to tackle a few of these scuffs. So I'm going to start on the smaller one of the main two. So I'm going to sand it back, prep it, and just see how the colour matches really, before tackling the big boy on the front bumper. Starting off with some 320. Let's see how we can get some of that out. Some of those scratches are just far too deep to sand out, so I'm going to paint it anyway. So it does need a little bit of filler really, but it will show through the paint. But at least it won't be nowhere near, well, it depends on the colour match, nowhere near as bad. So let's get the primer on and see how we get on. Well, that's the first dusting of a primer, and like I said, you can see those scratches very well indeed, but once the paint and the lacquer's on, hopefully you won't see them as much, so we'll wait and see. So just about to put the Moroccan blue paint on it. Put a few coats of lacquer, Obviously it's blended, sprayed a little bit too far. I think the wind caught it, so I'm outside. But I will blend the paint obviously further than where the primer goes, so let's see how good of a colour match is it. Now the colour match is okay. It needs to blend in a bit better than there, but I'm hoping that's just where I've primed it. So I'm going to spread it a bit more in a minute. That's just the first dash in. I'm going to put a lot more thickness on the sec for the second coat, and then the third coat as well, and then we'll move on to the lacquer. Now from this angle the paint doesn't look too bad. I haven't masked up that, it's just the bumper, so it will be a slightly different colour because it's plastic and the bodywork's metal. Now when I move across to here, you can see now I've gone a lot further than the primer that I spread earlier, so I'm hoping that will dry and blend in, but I highly doubt it. So once it's all cured and whatnot, I will polish it as well, just to see if I can get rid of that rubbish blend really. So I'm going to put another coat on now and then put the lacquer on. And that's the lacquer done, got pretty decent shine to it. I'm just not too happy with that blend, so I haven't got time to polish it today. Well, it needs to cure anyway. I'm going to see what it looks like in the photos, and if it looks the way it is, I'm just going to have to be honest and say this has been painted by yours truly, which to be fair I do say if it's done a good job anyway. So yeah, I am going to go and crack on with the front bumper. I know it's not going to be the best blend, but it's going to be better than what it is at the moment. So this is my next challenge. To be fair, it's actually pretty flat, so it just needs to be sanded back, taken off that paintwork. God knows what's happened there. Someone's tried to touch it another day with a, I don't know what they tried. They just threw a can of paint in it maybe. I mean, look at it, it's just, you know, gone all the way down the bumper. Obviously where they've hit something, probably trying to hide it from their parents, partner, whatever. Probably made it worse. So let's see how we get on with this. So I already sanded and prepped it, covered up the headlight with half of it and the fog light surround. Put a first light coating of primer. Again, some of these scratches far too deep to get out, so it will look a lot better than what it did before, especially that paint running all down it. I mean, I have got a sanding machine which I probably should have used, probably could have got a lot of those scratches out, but again I just couldn't be asked. So let's just see how it turns out. And that's the front bumper done. There's still some scratches and stuff you can see. It's not the best, but you know, from a distance it's a hell of a lot better than what it did before. So yeah, now to prep the car, do the wheels, do the windows, probably polish the headlights as well, it's only doing, and get some pictures. Just going to touch these in with some paint. I'm not going to spray it. That door guard looks absolutely minging, but I know if I try to take it off, it will also take the paint off with it as well. So all I want to do is just touch these bits in there, and that's to say that it's just dirt. There's no rust or anything in there. That's just all dirt. It's gotten over the years. It's just that it looks a bit rubbish. So we'll crack on that now. That looks a bit better. Again, I'm not taking them off. They can stay as they are. That's just underneath the, I think they're stickers, but I've taken one off before on a different car and it just rips all the paint off, so it's just not worth doing. So just going to go around touching a few little imperfections on the car. Probably start on the inside, do the windows, and then do the tyres. I'm going to polish the headlights. It's mainly the tops of it really that's kind of discoloured over the years. So we're going to use Maguire's Ultimate Compound. Pretty decent stuff. With I think it's a medium pad that I'm using. So let's see how it comes out. Right, that's one down. One to go. And there we have it. Both headlights done. Right, now to move on to the interior. It's not too bad in here, so it just needs a decent hoover. Getting rid of all the dry mud on the plastics. Grubby handles. Really grubby there. It's just very dusty. So, to be fair, seats are in pretty decent order. Again, just a really good clean along with the plastics. Get rid of all the rubbish, which to be fair, some of it is mine. The back seats don't look too bad again, so need just a bit of a hoover. So yeah, hopefully it shouldn't take me too long to do this. So I'm going to crack on the hoovering and see how we get on. Just finishing off hoovering. This is the last seat. Look how, I don't know why this one's so dirty. They must have had a dog, I think. I mean, that one's all hoovered and clean. So this is the last one, but this is the dirtiest seat, so I'm hoping it comes up okay. Well, that's the hoovering done. I'm going to go over the plastics now. Seats look a hell of a lot better. Just move it. I did put a little bit of stain remover, went in for some lunch, and just left the doors open for it to dry. And yeah, it's come up a treat. So now on to the plastics. Well, that's all the plastics and interior. All I've got to do is spray some plastic black stuff on it. It's a lot better than what it was. It's taken me absolutely ages, probably because I am a rubbish cleaner. But it's getting in there, more presentable. So let's see what this stuff does. It's normally pretty decent. You just spray it on, wipe it, buff it, that's it. Final two jobs are to blacken the wheels and to wipe the windows. Then it is ready for sale. Now before I go and take pictures, I'm just going to see if I can polish this kind of oily handprint. I'm guessing there must be some sort of sun cream on the kid's hand. So let's see if I can get that out. Well, that did the trick. There's some on the other side as well, which I've just got rid of. So now to go and take pictures of this bad boy. Well, there it is in all its glory. Literally just finished taking pictures of it. It's a nice car, to be fair, for, I think, you know, for first time, maybe even a second time driver. No 1.2. I think it's £180 a year to tax. You can get a 1 litre version, which my wife's got actually, which is only I think £30 a year to tax. But the engine just doesn't sound great whatsoever. And I've driven a couple of the 1 litres and it's nowhere near as smooth as this one. I guess it's because it's a 3-cylinder car. So there's just no grunt to it whatsoever. But this one ticks along nicely. Nice quiet engine. So yeah, definitely the engine to have, I think. I mean, it's cleaned up nicely, both inside and out. Yeah, not too shabby whatsoever. Probably one of the best cars that's come out as clean as this, to be fair. They rarely ever come out this clean. So that's it. I'm gonna hopefully finish off this video with some final pictures and a breakdown of costs and whatnot and how much I'm in it for and if I've sold it. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Right, that's the Agila sold. made a decent margin on this one, which is good. Sold it to a local guy who wanted a cheap run around but a low mileage, in his eyes, a Japanese car. Now, because they are Suzuki built, I don't know actually if it's Suzuki or Vauxhall who make these cars, but they're practically the same cars as a Suzuki Splash. Same interior, same body, same engine, and yeah, he was well happy with it. So yeah, he was very local. The car originally was from the same town. It got sold to We Buy a Car in Bristol, and yeah, somehow I bought it and sold it to a guy locally. The original owner was a lady who lives literally a stone's throw away from my house. I don't know her. So yeah, funny old world. But anyway, you come out of the look, really impressed. We didn't even mention the paintwork, which is good. Don't know how he missed the blend on the rear boot, but there we go. So yeah, let's go through some figures. It was a pretty decent flip, pretty straightforward. Apart from the paint, not much work doing to it whatsoever. So the costs, let's go through them quickly. It was £603 including fees, £400 for the car, £203 for fees, £30 of fuel, £50 for an MOT, and £17 for paint, which I already had the lacquer and the primer anyway on the shelf, which is good. So that totals £700. Now, I originally advertised it for £1,950. Being a little bit cheeky, I always overprice my cars, if I'm honest, because there's only one way they can negotiate, and that's down. So it's very rare you get more than what you advertise a car for. And yeah, after some negotiating, he said he had originally had a budget of £1,500, but he come to look at the car because I was local. We agreed a price of £1,750. So a massive profit of £1,050, which is brilliant. So again, I always, if you've seen a few of my videos, I go through the kind of the hours I put into it and work out how much I've kind of earned per hour. And because I didn't really put much hours of my own time into this, it was actually a pretty decent profit. So in total, so you've got 2 hours going to and from Bristol, 3 hours cleaning and painting the car, and an hour taking photos and advertising. So that's 6 hours in total. So 1,050 divided by 6 hours is £175 an hour, which again, a brilliant result. Again, you know, not all cars are like this. I have got a video coming out soon, which I've actually got a car for spares or repairs, which is going to go through an auction. So again, I will tell you more about that in the in one of the upcoming videos. Not entirely sure that's going to be the next one or not, but you will be seeing that shortly, just to kind of show you the highs and lows of wheeler dealing as such. Again, like I keep saying, I only do it part-time. Got a full-time job, so this is just extra income for me. And yeah, it's a nice little hobby to have, and definitely recommend it if you know the market. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I've got a couple more videos in the process at the moment. And yeah, any comments, please subscribe if you want to. It's free to do so. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.